Good afternoon. Welcome to Teleislas News with the most relevant and important information of the day. 3 homicides occurred during the past holiday weekend on the island in different sectors. According to the latest report of the National Police, 2 of these cases are related.
After 10 p.m. yesterday, November 14, a new homicide occurred on the island in the Elsibat sector, where a 28-year-old man was killed with several gunshot wounds. The deceased was known as Kevin Hudson Evans, a native of the Archipelago Department. The authorities were present at the scene of the incident, but up to the time of this broadcast, they have not commented on the homicide, which is the 3rd one that occurred during the past holiday weekend. On the other hand, in the early morning of November 12, a young man who was known in life as Kader Bridon was shot at his place of residence in the sector of Blowing Wall. The young man arrived at the departmental hospital with 4 gunshot wounds. According to the medical report, one in the mandibular region, another in the left hemithorax region, another in the lower hemiabdomen, and the last impact in the right thigh. The deceased arrived in poor general conditions to the emergency room, where while being attended by the medical personnel, he presented a cardiorespiratory arrest and later died due to the seriousness of his wounds. Also, November 12, around 3 p.m., a young man was shot twice while he was sleeping at his place of residence located in the Matlina Hill sector, also known as Salsipuedes. According to the witness in the area, the young man named Ernie Evans Bryan was asleep in this room, resting to leave for work later, when he was shot through the window of his room. The commander of the police department indicated that the case is related to the homicide that occurred in the early hours of Saturday, November 12, in the sector of Blowing Wall.
We have within our investigative work the handling and clarification of the homicides that occurred in the last hours, where everything seems to indicate that the homicide presented this afternoon is a retaliation of the events that took place in the early morning. That is why the National Police is telling the people of San Andres to denounce the homicide.
The National Police reiterated that they require for information leading to the capture of the most wanted persons located in the Silhouette cartel is 50 million pesos. Teleislas News will be attentive to the statements of the authorities regarding the case of the homicide that occurred last night.
Teleislas News and the entire team of the regional TV channel are in mourning after the death of a family member. From Teleislas Heart, we extend our condolences to family and friends of our great DJ William Birungi Archibald.
No sang them, no salute them. We are read everything right here. We don't know.
After an unfortunate traffic accident near the San Luis Bay area, one of the more recognized figures of the regional channel died last Sunday. After being taken to the departmental hospital, he died due to the seriousness of his injuries. Teleislas family regrets the death of DJ Willie, who was part of a work team in one of his flagship programs, Home Show, where he participated as one of the pioneers since its first broadcast on March 27, 2020, during the pandemic, when the program was known as Unusiehwom. His given name was William Rose Birungi Archibald, a young man who lit up the screens and the set with his smile and joy, as well as the rhythms with which he got the Home Show fans dancing. He also gave life to the voice of the character Julian in the program English for You, where he contributed to the learning of English language in the community. According to his co-workers, William was a young man who paid attention to every detail to give the audience the best in every performance and was very brave and committed in everything he did. From a very young age, he showed his aptitude for music, and that is why he stood out in that field throughout the island, which today mourns his departure. Home Show producer Ingrid Rodriguez extended words in honor of DJ Willie, who has left a great void in all those who knew him.
Willie came to the program because he was a young DJ who was very well known in the music scene among the island students in the city of Bogota. From the first moment in the program, he was very charismatic and won the hearts of viewers and all the people in the production crew with his charisma, smile, and his mixes influenced by Afrobeat dancehall. He loved old music even though he was young. We want to extend our condolences to the family, his mom, his dad, his whole community, his friends. We're very sorry to hear of the departure of such a charismatic and talented young man as William Ross Birungi Archbold was in life.
May his soul rest in peace. And in other news, there is concern about citizens in the department about the increase in the wave of violence on the island. So far, in 2022, there have been 26 cases of murder.
During this weekend, 3 new cases of homicides were registered in the department, for a total of 26 violent deaths registered so far in 2022, a situation that alerts the authorities. Given the increase of these crimes, the insular citizens are concerned about the security situation.
Cuando la situación ha aumentado.
Due to this situation, our concern have increased because we have not seen this wave of crimes very often, and we are not even safe in our houses because these last people have been murdered in their homes while the people are sleeping. This is more worrying.
No, uno no se siente seguro porque no puedes.
I feel unsafe. I feel unsafe because it is not like before when we could walk freely on the streets. There is a lot of violence. You're suddenly just walking and then you feel a bullet popping. No, there is too much insecurity in San Andres.
Well, I believe generally nobody no feels secure in San Andres. The perception of insecurity is very, very high because sometimes you can just go along the road and you don't even know you just stand up against somebody and then come and start to let go wild bullet and you get a bullet and that you see you don't afraid to come out of house now because you don't even know who is who. The perception is very, very high. I think if I should qualify between 1 and 10, the perception of insecurity is over 20.
The National Police is taking actions to mitigate homicide, robbery, and other crimes in the department, but crime does not stop.
The San Andres Regional Sena Union joins the Sena mobilizations at national level, supporting the President of the Republic's tax reform.
From early in the morning, members of the Regional Union of the Sena closed the doors of the installation in a peaceful demonstration, showing their support for the tax reform of the administration in turnover.
This morning we are here as syndicate. Nationally, all of the syndicate of Sena and the rest of organizations social in the country are backing up the program of the actual president. We know that maybe in San Andres we never have a manifestation because the purpose was a mobilization. But we are here as with the student, with the community, the workers, them backing up in this day the mobilization and the proposal that him have a program in this government.
The peaceful demonstration ended at noon today, and the offices of the institution have been reopened. Likewise, classes and services have been restored to normal.
The National Navy, with the support of other entities, completing the return to their countries of a group of fishermen who were found in the waters of the archipelago.
The Colombian Navy supported the government of the archipelago, Migration Colombia, and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to transport 33 Jamaicans and 4 Dominicans aboard a vessel to waters of a common regime with Jamaica. These people had been in San Andres since October 20 after being caught by Colombian Marines carrying out illegal fishing activities in Colombian waters.
En total fueron 33
3 Jamaicans and 4 Dominicans were taken to a specific point in the Caribbean Sea in the Colombian zone in order to be handed over to a Jamaican patrol. Migration Colombia established this personnel that was found during illegal fishing in the sector of Bajo Nuevo an alternative measure, a sanction that migration imparts to foreigners to remove them from the country. Thanks to the good relations, this activity was completed, which allows that these people would not be roaming the island.
The 37 fishermen were in the country undergoing the corresponding administrative sanctioning processes before Migration Colombia and were part of the crew of the Jamaican-flagged fishing vessel Hope Ann, which the naval institution seized in the water zone of Bajo Nuevo with more than 6 tons of parrotfish, a species protected in Colombia, thus being involved in crimes of border violation for the exploitation or harvesting of natural resources.
And with a moving message, the representative of the archipelago to the National Beauty Contest said that the desire, love, and dedication were not lacking in the contest. And although she did not win the Miss Señorita Colombia crown, she was proud to have represented the island people.
Mirafiuno Queen was the message of Brittany de Avila Bowie, a participant from the island who said goodbye to the contest through a message on her social networks. Miss San Andres, Providence, and Santa Catalina in her post said, "I want you to know that I gave the best of me at every moment, and I'm happy to have represented what we really are, to show our essence and all the beautiful things that identify us." The contestant for the islands did not advance to the final rounds, but she gave her all on the stage, made her presence felt, and represented the island and Rizal people with all the attitude she could muster. Avila Bowie shined at the pageants. The 21-year-old 179-meter tall was proud to participate in the pageants at Miss San Andres, Old Providence, and Santa Catalina.
The Air Force invites the community to be part of the development support activities that will take place from November 19 to 21st at the Brooks Hill School, the Department Shelter, and the Bank of the Republic.
America Brigade Call Support activity will be organized by the Air Force from November 19 to 21st from 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. and on the last day from 7:30 a.m. to 12 noon. The activity will have medical, veterinary, and recreational attention.
Se van a realizar diferentes actividades como brigada.
There will be different activities such as health brigade, where medical specialists such as general medicine, gynecology, pediatrics, dentistry, and psychology, among other specialties, will be available, which will be totally free for the entire civilian population that attends the Day of Support for Development. In addition to this, we have some complementary activities such as Veterinary Day, where you can bring animals such as cats, dogs, and horses to have a general checkup and sterilization. We will also have recreation, delivery of elements, and an entrepreneurship arena for people who want to attend and suddenly want to show the work they have for the community.
The Air Force also announced that a talk on historical Memory and Photographic Gallery will be held at the auditorium of the Bank of the Republic on November 19 and 21st from 9 a.m. to 12 noon, from 2 to 5 p.m. and from 8 to 11 a.m. respectively. It should be noted that the Medical Brigade will be held at the Brooks Hill School and Veterinary Care at the Municipal Animal Shelter.
Now it's time for Sport News with Victor Fusalva.
Hello, here are the best sports of the island. And here at Spratbite Beach at the Linky sector, a national of volleyball is carried on. The beaches of Spratbite are once again the scene of a great national beach volleyball event. On this occasion, the National Circuit of Clubs brought together more than 120 pairs from different departments of Colombia who came to participate in the national tournament of Sun Club Colombia in the sport of high mesh on the beach. We talked with the organizer of the event, John Freddy Victoria, who shared some details with us.
I direct the national circuit of clubs called Arena Tour Colombia, where 17 clubs are registered nationally, and we do different meetings nationally to be able to be in a final. Thanks to the island of San Andres that received us, to the Islands Club that opened the door and helped us to carry out the whole event. We were able to bring everyone to this place. It has been spectacular. Everyone is giving their best. There are 16 pairs that qualify. We have approximately 120 registered pairs that are competing. Everyone is happy or very friendly. Everything has been spectacular. No one wants to leave. They are happy here. Our goal is to promote beach volleyball and at the national level to make it grow, and not only to see professional volleyball where those who compete are very few. Here, what we are looking for is that all other people have their own circuit.
And in another scenario in Velodia Road in St. Louis, there was a great horse race this weekend. A great traditional afternoon of sweepstake horse racing on Velodia Road began with the first race that could not be carried out due to the disagreement in the departure of the horses. But the second race was a great show for the horse lovers who attended Velodia Road to see Time Will Tell from the String of Percy in Four Corner against Catfish from the Bent String. The race was exciting from the start to the finish, and the enthusiasts who came to Velodia Road really enjoyed this afternoon of horse racing and left very happy. One of them was horse expert Fidel Corpus Suarez, who described it this way.
We had 2 races for today. One race is with a horse for my nephew, they call Chimpa. His name is Eric Walter Corpus. Racing another horse, and one of my family also from Brazil, called him Vampire. Well, Vampire horse is a horse that given a lot of problems, even leaving from the house to the starting point. It was giving a lot of problems. So the flagsman said, I make a box, and when whoever 2 horses get in the box, I will down the flags. They claimed that the 2 horses was not in the box properly, and the horse for Chimpa horse run out and came ahead. Came ahead almost maybe 50 seconds before the other horse started. So one horse came ahead, next one came behind, so we do not know how the zero come on if they follow the race or not. But the other emotional race was the race with the Bent versus Percy horse. The Bent, the horse, the black horse from the Bent, and Percy horse, what I call Time Will Tell. 2 thoroughbreds. What a beautiful race. The thoroughbred from the Bent started out first, get the leading, and was ahead maybe 2 to 3 meters. When time at the second part of the race, the first 2 furlong, Percy horse closed the Bent horse. And from that 2 furlong to 3 furlong, the 2 horses came together like they were they're courting each other the way that the 2 horses was so hustling. But when they shot just 1 furlong, Percy horse went by a nose. What a beautiful race. This is something to talk about. I hope somebody would be over it to show in this race the emotion of the people while the horse passed.
The race ended without agreement between the 2 racers, and the legitimacy of the winner is still being debated. The Bent racers suggest that it be run again, claiming interference, while the Percy racer claimed that the Time Will Tell is the legitimate winner. And this will be all in sports for the moment. I am Victor Fusalba, Teleislas News.
Thank you, Victor. With Sport News, we reach to the end of this broadcast. We see you tonight at 8 p.m. with more Teleislas News. Good afternoon.